Alright. Excuse. Let's do a little bit of horsing around. Now I got hiccups. Son of a bitch. Do some dungeon running. Ooh. And some light grinding, really.
I don't have enough fury.
Alright, so it looks like I gotta kill the two watchmen to get to this. Alright. So, from what I can grasp, the dungeons are similar to Nephilim rifts from Diablo 3. Cool. That's a hunk of shit. The only thing is it's not completely random, which is like, well, even those weren't really truly random. It was more of just like, a lot of times you get the same name, but then you get different stuff. You kind of see the repetition. I've had that happen multiple times in Diablo 3, where you would just kind of see things repeating themselves very, very often. Which after a while kind of gets annoying, but if you're playing like seasonal and stuff like that, I can see why there's an allure to it. Because by the time it gets stale, it's just like, oh yeah, it's over. Main game though, it does get very, very like tedious. Because you get to a point where you can draw full stop, and then it just becomes like you're just constantly cranking the difficulty up, like to like Torment 16, just trying to get a challenge, and then it's just boring. Well, really, not even boring. It just feels like work. Which I mean, it's not inherently a bad thing, but it's not a great thing. In my opinion. Yeah, this is weird for me, playing action RPGs as my, like, yeah, this is how I kind of calm down. This is, like, relaxing. Other people be stressed out, being like, my solo self-found build does not work, and I'm just like, yeah, I just hit buttons and shit dies. It's fine. I zone out for, like, 3 hours, and I just go. I don't have to sit there and focus on anything. It's not like 2 hours of dead silence commentary. Like most of my other stuff. I think the only other game I really do that kind of like free flow chit chat with is Hearthstone. because of all the idle time. It's kind of my MO. Total War is the same thing. Yeah. There's a few where I can really do that, and then there's a bunch of them where it's like playing Counter-Strike and I have to be like I have to fucking focus for like 8 hours, and you're not gonna get me to be all like, oh, my cats are doing great today, unless I was gonna do a post commentary, and I don't normally do those just because it's boring. If I were to do that, it would be like for like an actual legitimate, like, hey, I want to discuss something for 3 hours. Here's what I want to say, kind of situation. Not just kind of like, fuck it, shoot from the hip, see what happens. Somehow these are great for that, because I don't have to sit here all day and really analyze strategy and just hit buttons and go. Brain dead shit. Reminds me of playing arcade games back in the day, like Gauntlet and stuff like that. That's probably why I like racing sims so much. Like, I love me some Forza. If I had a full setup with the steering wheel and everything, that'd be great. But I don't. I have to play with the controller, which isn't too bad. But I'd prefer the true sim. I've done that before, and this shit's amazing. Because there was a... I don't know if it's still there. Mall of America. They had a NASCAR racing sim thing. So, like, pretty much we're in a room with, like, I think it was 12 to 20 people, and it was full immersion. This is, like, in the early 2000s. So, like, 2003. And you played essentially a giant multiplayer game of NASCAR racing with like 12 plus, I want to say 12 people. Extremely expensive, but it was the coolest shit I ever did as a kid. Because I did that when I was like in 5th grade. Because my dad, I've been playing racing games my whole life, so. It was some cool shit to do. And, yeah, if that kind of thing is still there, that's great. Because that shit was awesome. And there was actually like a place that actually did that still. Oh, I would go in a heartbeat. I would be like, I would not care. It'd be like the arcade cabinet they had for the... Oh god, what the hell is that drifting game? The drifting manga or anime or whatever it is. They had an arcade game for that, and that was always packed.
Not ready yet.
When I lived in a different state, because we had a lot of Asian people, and they all wanted to play that game. So you could never get a hand on it because it was always fucking packed every day. But I could play the shit out of Soul Calibur 2 back in the day. I usually played like Maxi and Keelik. Still my favorite. Keelik's still my go-to. And then I used to run a little bit of Cassandra, and I was not good with Ivy or Yoshimitsu. Oh, Mitsurugi I was pretty good with. Who else was I halfway decent with in Soul Calibur? Shit. I haven't played it in so long. I have Soul Calibur 6, I just don't play it. It's just one of those things where it's just like, not really in the mood for it. Not even that, it's just, trying to do too much, I'd really say. Because I used to play a shit ton of video games, but That was back when I had fucked up knees. Now I don't have fucked up knees. And now I don't really want to play video games all day for no reason, I should say. I'll still do it, but I don't... If I don't... I'm not doing it for production. I'm kind of not really super into it. It's just like, yeah. Old habit. Only did it because I couldn't do much else. Which sucks. If you have bad knees, you know what I'm talking about. That shit fucking sucks ass. Can't do anything. It never goes away. You're just laying there hoping it goes away, and it never goes away. And so you're just constantly in a state of misery, and you don't want to get out of bed, even though you have to. So you just do. You have to, but you don't want to, and you're just kind of just laying there. It sucks. Especially when you're really young and you have it happen, because now you're like, oh, I know what old people are going through. I'm like, I was going through that when I was like 16, so like that shit really fucking sucked. You couldn't do it. Goddamn.
I'm not ready yet.
Especially if you were like a really active guy. I used to be really active. And now like, I'm trying to get that back because I have no fucking strength in my leg. All we do is spin.
Bags are full.
All that gear is garbage. I'm not taking any of that shit. It's trash. Hot fucking trash. Straight up garbage. Just like your sex life. In the trash. Yeah, I don't really... If I'm not recording, I'm not sitting down all day playing video games. Usually reading. Burn through so many goddamn books. Reading PHP right now. Well, I got that on the back burner. I'm trying to read a lot of stuff. PHP, A+ certification. I'm gonna try and teach myself Unity when I get the motivation to sit down and do that all day. Why can't I spin?
Not ready yet.
There we go. Nice. Oh. Ooh, we got a better item. What else? That's garbage. Well, it's a legendary, so we can get a lot of upgrades out of it, so that's nice. That's garbage. Eh. Alright. Let's go back to town. That was quick. I thought those dungeons would have taken a little bit longer. They're roughly about the same size as a Nephilim Rift. That's cool.
I need to talk to you.
We do some blacksmithing. Get rid of all this crap.
You can take what's left. That there is worth the coin.
Salvage. Salvage!
Anything breaks, the forge
Let's go to the jeweler and... oh, wherever the hell she is. Jeweler person is up there, and see if we can improve this ring to be better. we can add orchids and make gems. Make a shit ton of that. I'll deal with that later.